Well, even GameRant is now admitting that Doctor Who is in trouble. The issue that I have with GameRant is that David Tennant cannot save Doctor Who at this point. Okay, the title of their article or their editorial is Doctor Who is in trouble and David Tennant can save it. Again, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, David Tennant cannot save Doctor Who for a myriad of reasons, but let's actually dive into GameRant's editorial, and then I will respond to said editorial. To be fair to GameRant, Doctor Who is one of the most iconic television shows of all time, but just because it has a legion of fans and Disney's current financial backing does not mean its future is safe. The second season of Ncuti Gatwa's run in Doctor Who is set to be released later this year. I believe it's coming out April 2025, taking audiences on a journey into the TARDIS once again. However, new reports have hinted that it could be the last time Doctor Who hits television screens for a while amid significant problems. The future of the science fiction juggernaut remains in the air, which could lead the BBC back to David Tennant to take on the lead role once again. And then this first segment, why does Doctor Who need David Tennant? Gatwa's first season of Doctor Who took place last year and led to mixed reactions from fans. There's no denying that it did. Again, I think a lot of that criticism was kind of bullshit, to be honest. Personally, I did enjoy Ncuti Gatwa's first season of Doctor Who, but that's just me. Viewership was down for the show, yes it was. And there were question marks about the topics that the writers attempted to tackle within the series. This has led to concerns about the future of the show after the upcoming second season, which has already been filmed. Reports have claimed that Gatwa is ready to quit Doctor Who and has already filmed an open-ended regeneration scene to make that happen potentially. However, the next Time Lord might not be revealed for a long time, as it was also noted that the show's future is being considered, and the BBC could opt to put the show on ice for a few years. That's a major concern for Doctor Who fans, as the series was supposed to be undergoing a resurgence and a restart with Gatwa in the lead role. Disney pumped a lot of money into the show, and Gatwa was seen as a positive hire following the success of Sex Education. However, he reportedly wants to move to the United States to pursue other projects, which could lead the BBC to need a new actor to take on the role of the Doctor. And they go into David Tennant could rely on nostalgia. The issue with using the nostalgia argument in your op-ed is that they've already relied on the nostalgia. The 60th anniversary specials that came out in 2023 starred David Tennant and Catherine Tate. They brought back the Doctor and Donna. So, Doctor Who could rely on nostalgia with David Tennant. Let's just ignore the fact that they did it once before. They already played that card. Okay, the ratings were already in a decline during the Chris Chibnall era. And the ratings were in such decline and were so bad that they basically brought back David Tennant as a Hail Mary. And what I'll say is that the BBC and the Doctor Who showrunners accomplished what they set out to do with David Tennant's return. It got people talking about Doctor Who again. It got people speculating about the future of Doctor Who. Even longtime fans who were turned off by the Peter Capaldi and Jodie Whittaker iterations of the Doctor were even coming back and even speculating and actually getting excited for what David Tennant's return to Doctor Who meant. Is this going to be a positive step forward for the franchise? But the issue that Doctor Who is facing is twofold. The first one, I brought this up in my prior Doctor Who video, was the whole bi-generation, how Ncuti Gatwa was even revealed. The bi-generation, I said in my last video, and I don't want to retread over old water, so I'll make this point very, very quickly. So basically, the TLDR is that the Ncuti Gatwa era was completely kneecapped by Disney, Russell T Davies, the BBC, or any combination of the three, because the bi-generation effectively left David Tennant right firmly in the back pocket of Doctor Who. So now you're sending the signal, whether they intended to or not, that you have absolutely no faith in the new guy being able to take over the role. Therefore, you need to have David Tennant, the fan favorite, always in your back pocket. But even if they brought back David Tennant full time and not just for specials, the other issue is that they're going to have to deal with the timeless children. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to say this outright. The Timeless Children was not bad because it was woke. Everyone decries that. Oh, because it was woke and it was a STEM major who happened to be a woman, blah 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 blah. That's not why The Timeless Children was bad. The Timeless Children was bad because The Timeless Children effectively removed all of the stakes from Doctor Who. In Doctor Who, okay, the overwhelming majority of you listening to this know this, but there might be 5 people that don't. Okay, in Doctor Who, the Doctor only had a limited number of regenerations. That original number was set to 12. The issue is that they hit number 12 during the Matt Smith era, because people forget that David Tennant actually regenerated twice. I believe it was in the second special of the unofficial 4th season of David Tennant's tenure as the Doctor. There was no official 4th season involving David Tennant. It was just a series of specials. There were 5 of them. I think it was like Planet of the Dead, Waters of Mars. There was one other, I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it ended with the special The End of Time, that also special guest star Timothy Dalton. Okay, in one of those specials, David Tennant's Doctor actually did regenerate by using his severed hand. He regenerated back as himself. Then he regenerated into Matt Smith. Matt Smith is now the last regeneration. So I don't remember exactly when it was. It's been many, many years since I've watched the Matt Smith episodes. But during Matt Smith's tenure as the Doctor, his Doctor was actually given a few extra regenerations. The reason why it wasn't no one was screaming from the rooftops then is because the showrunners left the quote unquote few regenerations. They left it vague enough to where, what does an extra few regenerations mean? Does it mean 100 regenerations? Does it mean 10 regenerations? Or does it only mean 3 or 4? You don't know. There were still stakes. Okay, the Doctor still had a limited number of regenerations. The Timeless Children comes out and basically says, oh, by the way, the Doctor is not from Gallifrey at all. The Doctor is actually from Earth. Oh, and by the time you get to William Hartnell, the Doctor had regenerated at least 1,000 times prior to William Hartnell. So, Ncuti Gatwa's era, it doesn't matter who takes over the role. Ncuti Gatwa's Doctor could die. It's okay because he'll regenerate. And because the Doctor has an infinite amount of regenerations at this point, death means absolutely nothing. And that is where I am going to end things. I don't think I need to drag this out any longer than it needs to be. Again, The Timeless Children was not bad because it was woke. The Timeless Children was bad because it removed all of the stakes from Doctor Who going forward. Doctor Who is now like EastEnders. It's now basically just a soap opera that is engineered to go on forever and ever and ever when the show was never meant to do that. The limited number of regenerations effectively gave a countdown clock that once the Doctor ran out of regenerations, that's it. He's dead. It's the end of the Time Lords. Now, no more, because as I said, Doctor Who is now effectively a soap opera, just like EastEnders, Days of Our Lives, The Young and the Restless, or The Bold and the Beautiful.